A Home Office Guide. Chapter 1. Home Office Guide. Home Office Info. Running a business from a home office is generally acceptable according to most community zoning laws, but if you're selling products and not just providing a service, some communities would classify that as a retail establishment and have certain regulations that are distinct from a home office where you answer calls, talk to prospective customers that come by and do your work there. Customers will accept the fact that you are doing business out of your home, but you have to separate the two. Your personal living space is in one area and your office space is in another, hopefully with a separate entrance. Some garages and basements make good home offices from which to conduct business. In addition to separating the two physically, separate them spiritually. Don't let your kids into the office when you're closed, or don't let them interrupt you while you work. If there's a doorway between the office and the main house, get a door for it and keep it locked during the day. Soundproof the office from the main house if applicable. The great advantage of working out of your home is that it doesn't cost the arm and a leg it would cost if you were to start a business in a separate commercial building. If business gets big, you can always move out into another building. People who operate a business out of a home office sometimes refer to themselves and are called independent contractors, someone who works from home and does contract jobs for individuals and other businesses. Some other names are self-employed, consultant, freelancer and outsource service. Most independent contractors start out working for somebody else, then at some point in time, either start a part-time business from home or quit their jobs to go it alone. Many disabled people, stay-at-home moms, and retired people start home businesses to make some extra money. Since you are now a business, you must think of yourself as such for tax purposes and not an employee for someone else. A home office is good in the sense that you don't have to bother with the hassles of office politics, but at the same time, you're alone. Everything depends on you. You have to deal with the downtimes alone. You can't complain to your coworker about it. You have no job security. It's all up to you. You can either make a go of it or fall to pieces. Some people are meant for business, some people do better working for someone else because it's less hassles. They can shut it off when they leave the office. Companies will hire you to do jobs for them. You will go in as an independent contractor, do the service, get your fee, then walk away with no benefits like health insurance, vacation pay, etc. You'll have to file taxes as a business. This is how you'll operate, as a hired gun. A guy or girl who does a specific job, gets paid for it, and that's the extent of your relationship with that company. If you're an independent spirit who knows how to work alone, own your own tools, buy your own supplies and charges enough to earn a profit, that's great. If you prefer the shadow of the company to watch over you, then working for a company as an employee might be better. Regardless of size, it's a business. It follows the same rules and conventions of any business. You can use your own name or a business name. You should get business insurance and business liability insurance and your own health insurance. Learn the business of your business and the business of running a business in general. Keep it legal. Get all the required permits. Pay your taxes. Get a business tax ID number and any other numbers the government might require of you. Set up the right type of business, generally a sole proprietorship for a small home business or a partnership with your spouse. Even though it's a nice sentiment to do business over a handshake, draw up basic contracts and receipts anyway to keep it all above board and legally binding. Some people start a smorgasbord of businesses all from one location, like maybe a notary public, wool maker, mail forwarding service, word processing, virtual office support, etc. Whatever you do, you'll be nowhere without advertising. Get an ad in the yellow pages, advertise in local newspapers, on local websites, set up a website, send flyers around to your target market, put signs up on local bulletin boards, etc. If you're selling something, make up a catalog or an order list. Go to local trade shows and fairs. Get on the radio as an expert and offer free advice about your area of expertise. Start a club. Give away a free newsletter. Be professional when you send letters around offering your services to businesses. Companies routinely pay for big jobs in installments. Generally, get a down payment, 20% or so, with full payment due upon completion of the job. For really big jobs, get money as you do work. Offer a guarantee. Help your customer. Offer service support, free information, and free consultation over the phone. If you talk to people who call you out of the blue with a problem, many will become your customer. For most home businesses, information and communication systems are their bread and butter, so don't skimp on getting machines. Don't go cheap on computers and software, because if you do, you'll just end up getting expensive upgrades or premature replacements. Get good communications capability: telephone, fax, voicemail, modem, beeper, cell phone, courier services, etc. You need all this to come across as a professional who serves his or her clients well. Don't go cheap on product packaging and marketing related literature, because it will undermine the professionalism of your image. Have good stationery. Don't do anything illegal that could come back to haunt you. Get all the required licenses, taxes and permits. Keep steady business hours. Have a separate phone line for business only. Keep the office separate from the living area in a place of its own. Keep the office organized. Make it look organized if clients come over. Offer clients a bottom line, definite price. Sell quality and service. Use subcontractors if business gets going good. Offer guarantees. Focus on satisfying your customer. Spend money on educating yourself about the things that matter in your business. Buy health, disability, life, and homeowners insurance. Get IRS publication number 587, Business Use of a Home, irs.gov. Try hashtag 658.041 or HD 2365 at the library for books about how to run a business from a home office. Home office location. Set aside a specific work area. If you don't, your kids, your dog or your wife will inadvertently destroy some important papers at some point in time, or simply throw it out with the trash. Keep business records separate from family papers. They must be protected. Where in the home will the business be located? What adjustments to living arrangements will be required? What will be the cost of changes? How will your family react? What will the neighbors think? Professional image. Professional image is everything. You need good stationery and a good-looking workplace. Cute logos are great for visibility. Projecting a business-like image is an important part of building credibility with your customers and contributes to your own professional self-image. Design a logo or have one designed. Order business cards and stationery. Set regular business hours. Use an answering machine or answering service. If other members of the family also answer the phone, make sure they know what to say. Have a business-like office or showroom if you meet customers face to face. Consider referring to your apartment number as your hashtag number, or rent a post office box rather than using your street address. Such practices might improve your chances of doing business with potential customers. Home business regulations. Chances are that you will need at least one doing business as/DBA license and probably more from the county and other levels of government. Check with local, municipal and county, state, and federal governments on requirements on starting and running a business. You need licenses and you have to follow rules. If you don't, there will be trouble if you get caught. Governments regulate businesses to protect consumers and to make money from the licensing fees and taxes. Check your telephone book under the different levels of government, county, municipal, state, federal, to find business licensing, sales tax and income tax offices. Look for Social Security, unemployment, and worker compensation while you're there too. Most county governments want you to file the name of your business with the county clerk's office. A fictitious or assumed business name, doing business as/DBA, is a name that is different from the real name of the person or people running a business. If your name is Joe Blow and you run a business by any other name than Joe Blow Co. or Joe Blow's Pizza, your county government wants you to get a business license with them for it. It shouldn't cost more than $100. In some areas, they want you to publish an ad in an area newspaper stating that you plan to do business under that name, and if no one comes forth within about a month to dispute your claim to that name, it's legally yours to use. The business license application will probably ask you for the following points: the business name, the address of the business, the name of the lawyer or accountant representing the owner, the standard industrial classification/SIC code number, a list of all owners with their signatures, a list of all the counties where you plan to do business. Beyond a generic business license that every business should get, some professions, businesses and trades are regulated, which means you need a special license to run that kind of business or do that kind of work. Some of these licenses require you to pass a knowledge test, some have standards which are subject to inspections like working with food, and for some, as long as you pay the licensing fee, that's all you need. These licenses are regulated by the state government. You need special insurance or you must get bonded in order to work in some professions that deal with money and valuable goods. Your local city or town has zoning regulations where they break property down in every area into either a commercial or residential area. If you live in a residential area and plan to run a home business, you have to abide by local rules and not put signs up, have the house look visibly commercial, make excessive noise, have customers park all over the place, etc. Contact your local zoning office without revealing your name to ask about the general rules. Home business space and what happens on that space is generally not covered by a general homeowner's insurance policy. You have to buy extra business insurance and possibly liability insurance for this. Talk with your insurance agent about getting these additional policies or merely add riders to your existing homeowner's policy. Chapter 2. Home Office Resources. Home Office Resources. hoa.com. 800-809-4622. 212-588-9097. Home Office Association of America. smalloffice.com. americanexpress.com/smallbusiness. bizoffice.com. dell.com, Computer Co. gateway.com, Computer Co. hbwm.com, home-based working moms. heromeoffice.com. herventure.com. mobile office. Dead website, try.dash.com, thoughtco.com, and thebalance.com. homeautomationtimes.com. homeofficecenter.com. homeofficelife.com. homeetime.com. hoa.com, 800-809-4622, Home Office. homeofficecenter.com. homeofficemag.com. ideabook.com. ideasitforbusiness.com/org. ideasitforbusiness.com. nace.org, 800-232-NACE. officedepot.com. officemax.com. organizeit.com. qksrv.net/click-35119-4010680, work at home. Shareware. quicken.com/small_business. safeco.com, home office insurance. smalloffice.com. smartcomputing.com. soho.org, 800-495 Soho, small office. soho.org. soho.com. sohotoday.com. soundproofing.org, soundproof your home. Office. sprint.com/home office, 800-877-2000. staples.com. suite101.com. thefund.com, home office insurance. thehartford.com, home office insurance. travelers.com, home office insurance. zonelabs.com/cs/homeoffice.html. zurichsmallbusiness.com, 800-648-9999. 9789, Home Office Insurance. Home Business Insurance. A regular homeowner's insurance policy is not meant to cover a home business. If you have a homeowner's policy and something happens in the business part of the home, the insurance company probably won't cover it if it finds out you're running a home business without informing them. In any event, homeowners' policies will not cover an injury if someone is at your house for business reasons and has an accident. At the very least, tell your insurance company that you are operating a home business on your home property. There are generally two types of home office business insurance. If you're very small with no employees and very few customers and other people coming to visit you, your insurance company will probably just add a rider onto your homeowner's insurance policy for a moderate fee that will cover liability, damage to the office or building and the value of the business inventory. If your home business has any size to it, you may want to get what is called an in-home business policy, which is a separate policy from your regular homeowner's policy. They generally cover liabilities, damage to the building, value of the business inventory, and could cover business interruption if you request it. Because it might be difficult to get home business insurance locally, try the trade organization in your field. They might offer home business insurance. These companies offer small business, home office, and possibly computer insurance for both the hardware and software. Prudential.com, InsuranceNoodle.com, NACE.com, 800-232-6273, National Association for the Self-Employed. SBSB.com, 800-343-0939, Small Business Service Area. SSAinfo.com, 800-836-4 SSA, Support Services Alliance. WorkingToday.org. Safeco.com, 206-545-5000. Cigna.com, 215-761-1000. Fireman's Fund, 415-899-2000. The-Fund.com, RLIcorp.com, 309-692-1000. TheHartford.com, 860-547-5000. Travelers.com, 800-238-6225. ZurichSmallBusiness.com, 800-648-9789. Completed Operations Insurance. If you run a service like you're a carpenter who goes to people's house to do home renovations, this insurance protects you if your work causes damage to a person or property after you leave. SafetyTech.com, Professional Liability Insurance. If you offer some kind of professional service, you get this insurance to protect you if you're sued due to negligence. AmericanProfessional.com, Professional Liability Insurance.